Right now, I want to give everyone a brief second to think about a difficult situation you've had to overcome. This can be in your school, your workplace, or even in your family life. How did you deal with this situation? Now, I want you to put that in the back of your head and save it for later. Let me ask you this. Have you ever started something you never thought you could finish? And when you did finish, you felt as if you could conquer the world? A passion of mine, the sport of cross country, has an odd and parallel way of making me feel this way. This insane yet thrilling sport digs deep into your mind and body to force you to truly push yourself to get what you want, crossing the finish line. And that is what I love about it. However, we set our expectations so high in order to achieve our goals that if things don't work out, doubt, guilt, pressure crawls through our brains. How do we get out of this mindset of feeling like we cannot try our best because we are afraid of the outcome and afraid of crossing the finish line? Whether you have raced or not, it gives you this feeling, this indescribable feeling as if you cannot go on. You cannot finish the race. As hard as you've worked, as much as you've trained, the finish line still seems miles and miles away. And it seems that all your hard work will not be paid off until you cross that finish line. This is my difficult situation. One I deal with every time I race. One that I strive to achieve. One that is so difficult to overcome. What you may not understand about running is that it's not just about moving your feet along a grassy path and trying to catch up with the girl ahead of you. It's about training your brain to detect any negativity that may come your way and pushing it out of your mind. It's about knowing how to deal with every problem and every obstacle that may pop up along your path and turning it into something good. And it's about knowing that everything you see and everything you do is one step closer to the finish line. Running a race parallels to how we run our lives in many different forms. Though my legs feel as if they will collapse from under me, my body feels like jello, sweat is dripping from my head. Do I let these negative aspects of my race define how I will run? Absolutely not. Now, back to your difficult situation. Will you let all the negative aspects that form your difficult situation define how you will live your life? I hope not. Now, I want to show you how I run my race. Throughout the season, we as a team, alongside our wonderful coaches, spend approximately 75 days together working and training to make our races as perfect and easy as possible. And of course, they will never be perfect and they will never be easy, but we sure try. Not only running, but doing core exercises and other dynamic training, we practice our hardest every day to prepare for our hard races in the future. How we perform in practice is crucial to how we will perform in the race due to how we empathize with one another. That word, empathy, something we all have, give, and live with. This feeling that connects your soul with another that's going through the exact same thing that you're going through. Understanding another's emotional state. After a long, hard race at Brandywine Creek State Park, up in Wilmington, Delaware, a small state off the east coast of the United States, a good friend and teammate of mine, Val Cradler, and I decided to go out to the hardest part of the course to support the race that followed ours. Why? Empathy. Because those girls that were now running in the race were experiencing the exact same thing that Val and I had just experienced. They too had sweat dripping from their head. They too were struggling to get up that hill. They too wanted to finish that race. So as the race went on, Val and I stood at the top of the hill, and we screamed, and we cheered, and we supported every single girl that came up that hill. Why? Empathy. The power of the brain gave Val and I the power to both connect and communicate with the other girls in the race, to let them know that it is possible to keep their head up, to keep on going, and that the finish line is right ahead. As you run, the sound of the cicadas in the bushes around you are the only thing that can possibly distract you from the brutal sun pounding on your face and the hard race you are running. But all you can do is control your mind, control your body, control your race, and just run. Race day. Every athlete knows it's extremely important to fuel yourself with the right nutrients it takes in order to have a good, strong race. Of course, you will not perform as well as if you go to a fast food restaurant the night before and stock up on chicken nuggets, french fries, and a chocolate milkshake. That will 100% hold you back. Just like in life, if you fill your head with fatty, negative, unhealthy thoughts, they will for sure clog your brain. I promise you that. And they will hold you back. Instead, grab yourself a glass of water and eat something healthy. Because in the end, you are the only one that can choose what to fuel yourself with. I get nervous. I get those jitters. But I truly do not know how nervous I am until I'm huddled up, arms wrapped around my best friends, saying the Hail Mary so fast we can barely breathe. It sounds a bit like this. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with us. A school athletic tradition we have here. This is a course I'm unfamiliar with. It's hilly. It's rocky. My mind is in so many different directions. And guess what? I just tripped. I hope Coach didn't see that. But right now, the only thing I can do is pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep on going. In relation to you, resilience. The power to pick yourself up, dust yourself off when your difficult situation hits you. The ability to bounce back from what just knocked you down. Resilience. This sense that is basically like a human superpower we all have. Because although each of our situations is defined differently, we all have resilience, right? And that is so important. You made it. You're at the finish line, and the race is ending right before your eyes. Your family, your friends, your teammates are screaming your name. Your heart is beating faster than your legs are moving, if that's even possible. You see your coaches ahead, and the only thing you can possibly think is how proud you want to make them. How their commitment and their hard work is what makes you the runner you are today. Meters away from the finish line, the only thing you can do, be in the moment. Being in the moment, feeling the race. Not dwelling on doubt, guilt, or regret from your race. Letting go of your thoughts, your feelings, your worries, and truly feeling what it's like to be a runner in that moment. I want you to chew on this for a second. Don't we just ever wish our lives away? Wish the day would be over? Wish something didn't happen? We do this because although wishing the simple things away in the moment seems like the easy way out, in the end, aren't the little things the ones that make our lives our lives? Next time you're figuring out how to get through your situation, I want you to take a breath and be in the moment. Be in this wonderful world that we all live in. No matter who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, remember that we only get one chance to cross that finish line. We only get one chance to run our race. And we want to do the best we can, don't we? You cannot let things that are out of your control control you. Your empathy is outstandingly strong. Your resilience is so powerful. And being in the moment truly matters most. It's simple. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Thank you.